hungry? Because if so, you're in the right place. Today we're making tuna carpaccio with a burnt honey vinaigrette and pink grapefruit.
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode. Of Görgött. Today, as you heard, it is mid-September, but we're making something kind of summery. I saw a picture, a friend of mine sent me the picture, and I thought that's something I have to try out because it looked really good. And I tried it out already, my family loved it, so now I'm gonna make it for you. And it's tuna carpaccio with a vinaigrette that you make from honey, basically, and some vinegar, obviously. You leave the oil out, you can put it in if you want. I like it without. I don't need the viscosity that oil gives, so kind of thicker. I think for this dish it's fine that it's a bit more watery. It gets a bit thick from the honey anyways. But before we have a look at the ingredients, do me the huge favor. A lot of you are not subscribers yet, and if you're not, please hit that subscribe button and check the bell icon so that you get a notification every Tuesday when a new episode comes out. But now, let's have a look at the board. Do we have our tuna? This is one portion. It's 125 grams. I think that's a good portion. It's more of a starter than a main course or as part of a kind of family style meal or a tavolata. We have a shallot, we have one chili, we have our honey, it's 50 grams. We have one pink grapefruit. The original recipe used blood orange, but they're not really in season yet. So we're making it with pink grapefruit. It worked really well. I like the kind of bitterness that grapefruit has. Some dill to decorate with, salt and pepper, and some rice vinegar. You can use normal vinegar as well, but I'm using rice vinegar because I prefer it. The first thing we need to do is some prep. So let's start with that. The first thing we need to prep is our pink grapefruit. Now, one will be enough for 2 portions. So if you want to make 4, use 2. I'm just going to peel it. And we're going to use this both for the fillets, or the meat, the fruit meat, and we're going to use it for the juice. So for the fillets, you just go in carefully and cut them out. We'll do that quickly, and I'll see you once that's done. You only have to do half of them, the rest we're going to press. That's half of our fillets. Get yourself a bowl out, and let's press the juice of the rest. I know you can't see much, but that's because I don't want it to go everywhere. Make sure you get as much juice out as possible. That's perfect. So that's all trash. Put this away to the side for now. I'll just show you with the fillets. We're just going to cut them into smaller pieces. And they go on more as decoration. So pieces like that is perfect. We'll put this to the side. We'll continue with the other prep. Next up we have our shallots and our chili. We're gonna just, let's split it this way. Just finely chopped like that. Make both your shallots, but I will do that later because I'll show you what we do with our chili. Just open it up. I'm going to take out the seeds. This is just the tip of your knife. Make sure to get it all out. Same with the other one. And then these as well, just thinly sliced. And next up is the tuna. So I'll see when we're done with this and clean the board. Now for our tuna, don't worry too much because we're going to beat it anyways. So just kind of slice down, maybe, yeah, a good 5 millimeters or so. And then get yourself some baking paper out, or butcher's paper, something that's kind of waxy. You see I'll split it down the middle. And now we're just going to place our tuna quite close to each other, but does not need to be overlapping, in more or less a round pattern. It's not going to be completely round, but like so. Fold it over. And I just have one of these smash burger spatulas. This is going to get loud, so I'll cut until we're done. You'll hear the first hit and then we move on. So I think we're there. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Now you can do this in advance and just fold it off, put this in some cling film and put it in the fridge. So it's something that can be done the same day, but in the morning or whenever you have time. Now the next thing we have to do is to make our vinaigrette. Now the first thing we need to do is to burn our honey. It's just called that. Basically we're caramelizing the sugar in the honey, but it obviously shouldn't burn. I guess they came up with that name because it sounds cooler. Get all our honey out. Relatively low heat. And what I didn't tell you is that we also cut the dill, but that's just for decoration, so I didn't bother filming it. Now stay with it, because you really don't want it to burn. We get our grapefruit juice and a strainer ready. And now you see this is already caramel color. So we turn this off. And we go in with our juice. And we mix our juice in. You can turn it on again. So again, not burnt honey, that's just the name. It's more kind of caramelized honey. Let this come to a boil. Maybe reduce a little bit. We'll do a quick taste. Perfect. So we'll get rid of this, and I'll show you what we do next. Get another, and we'll actually strain this because I see there's still some grapefruit parts. And all we want is for this to cool down a little bit before we mix in our other ingredients. It's cooled down. Get your shallots and your chilies in. We also put in, I'll say, about 2 teaspoons, maybe 3. A good pinch of salt. And some black pepper. We'll leave those 3 things here just to see if we need them again. And we just mix it to make sure that we dissolve the salt and mix in the vinegar properly. I'll do a quick taste. Very nice. We'll add a little bit more salt and a little bit more vinegar. 2 more teaspoons, so 5 in total. I'll try. Perfect. And now we're basically ready to plate up. So I took a plate out here. Might be a little bit too small, but we can sort it out once the tuna is on the plate. Oh, it fell apart a little bit. That means we could have beaten it a bit harder. I'm not too worried about it. We'll just overlap them a bit so that they fit well on the plate. Like that. And now we go on with our vinaigrette. And be generous with the vinaigrette, it's very nice. And you could also use a bigger spoon, like that it goes quicker. So I think we managed to cover pretty much everything. The last two things that go on are pink grapefruit fillets and some dill. But before we do that, if you stuck with me this far, there must have been something you enjoyed about this episode. So do me the huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. It's just down there, takes you about a second, but it's so valuable to me, so please do me the favor. But now let's finish the dish off. I'll just spread them out nicely. As you can see, like I said, one grapefruit is enough for about 2 plates, I would say. And last but not least, our dill. As you can see, I didn't chop it too finely because I like that you can still see that it's dill. I'll be quite generous with the dill as well, it's nice. Adds this nice kind of aniseed flavor to the dish, and it goes well with it. There we are, our tuna carpaccio with burnt honey vinaigrette and pink grapefruit. Let's dig in. Now we're ready. Try to get everything. That is nice. It's sweet, it's bitter, it's salty, has heat. Maybe not the right dish for going into autumn, winter, but for sure it's an amazing spring, summer dish. And there's always spring and summer in the world, right? So you have a bit of texture there from the shallots, the chilies, also from the pink grapefruit pieces. The dill adds a nice bit of anisey flavor. Perfect. I'm happy my friend sent this to me. But that's pretty much it for today. If you have any questions about the recipes, please leave them in the comments below. I always answer them quickly. And again, if you're not a subscriber yet, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and check the bell icon. Check the bell icon so that you get a notification. But now all what's left to do is to say goodbye.